here today to talk about some exercises for the shoulder joint. The shoulder joint is a very complex joint because it has many degrees of motion as well as being quite an unstable joint. A lot of us are susceptible to injuries in our shoulders, especially if we sit at a desk all day and develop a poor, slumped posture. And if this is your posture all day and then you try and go out and do some sports that involves your upper bodies and moving your arm, you're much more highly susceptible to some shoulder injuries. So we're going to show you some exercises today to help improve your posture and strengthen up those shoulders. This first exercise is to strengthen some of the muscles around the rotator cuff as well as through the scapula or the shoulder blade. This is a great exercise for posture and good control of the shoulder joint. What we're going to do is hold on to the rubber band, onto the elastic tube. You're going to keep the elbows in tucked at your side. You got to start by setting your shoulder blades into position a little bit. So tucking the shoulders up and pulling them back slightly to keep a nice posture. Make sure your chin stays tucked in. And then we're going to separate that band, keeping those elbows at the side. Pause and slowly release back in. And just repeating that exercise. Be sure to not lose that shoulder blade position as you do this. And keep repeating about 10 or 15 repetitions and do a few sets. So this is quite an advanced exercise. We call this a table or a countertop push-up. If you find this is too challenging for you, for your shoulders, especially if you're getting any pain in your shoulders, just do this up against a wall instead. But if you feel like you're strong enough and you can do this, what you're going to do is have your hands on the countertop and he's just going to drop into a push-up, bringing his chest towards the table and coming right back up. Important for him as he goes, you can go Seb, to make sure that he keeps his shoulder blades nice and strong and he's not hunching his shoulders up towards his ears at all and keeping good strong form. Not letting the chest fall into the table but rather just keeping under good control as he's lowering and raising back from the table. This next exercise is called scapular retraction. This is a great exercise for your postural muscles that get quite lazy through the day. What we're going to do is laying down on the bed here with the neck nice and straight. We're going to pinch the shoulder blades together as you raise your arms up in the air. The most important thing is to lead this exercise with the shoulder blades. Don't just lift the arms up and leave the shoulder blades down. So pinching those shoulder blades together as the arms come up and slowly lowering back down. You can do a set of these exercises with your arms in the position as shown. And then we can switch our arm position to challenge some different muscles, bringing the arms up and again pinching those shoulder blades together and then releasing. Pinching the shoulder blades together and releasing. Try not to let your shoulders come up and shrug up towards your ears, so just make sure that those shoulder blades are sort of pinching down and back across your body. This exercise is called a Theraband Row. You're going to take your piece of Theraband and tie it to a doorknob or wrap it around a post, holding on to the two ends and standing in a nice athletic stance with your knees a little bit soft and keeping your tummy muscles nice and tight. We're going to have the neck in a good posture. We're going to do 3 different positions. We call them I's, A's, and T's. So Seb's going to be pulling his arms back with a nice straight arm. The focus here is on the shoulder blades, squeezing the shoulder blades back as he's pulling the arms apart. So we're going to start, and as we pull down, these are the I's as he keeps his arms close to his side. He separates the arms a little bit into the A's and raises the arms up into the T's. Important to remember to make sure to keep the neck in a good posture and don't let the shoulders roll forward. So demonstrating a bad exercise here is poking the chin forward and letting those shoulders roll forward. Pull with your shoulder blades, keep a nice tall posture as you separate those arms. This exercise is a great exercise for people that do sports that involve throwing, baseball pitchers, volleyball players, or racket sports, as well as swimmers that have to do exercises with their arms up in the air. It's a bit of an exercise that we call a proprioception exercise. We're trying to teach the shoulder where it is in space as it's doing a movement. So the arms here up in a 90-degree angle at from the armpit and 90 degrees at the elbow. Putting a little bit of pressure with the hand into the ball, and then we're going to draw some circles. Clockwise circles, counterclockwise circles. You could even draw the letters of the alphabet or write your name, whatever you like. Just moving it around slightly, but keeping that really perfect, beautiful 90-degree angle of the shoulder and the arm. It's important to remember when you're doing these exercises that they shouldn't be causing you any pain in the shoulder region. If you're experiencing any pain in the front or the back of your shoulders as you're doing these, just be sure to stop the exercises and have your shoulder looked at by a professional. For more tips and videos and resources, go to SportMedBC.com.